What's up, everybody? This is Peter again for Sports Hot Rumors and Debates. How are you guys today? I wanted to wait a couple weeks before I really gave you guys a good definition of what I think the Arizona Cardinals are. And I know I've been getting asked by a bunch of people, please make videos, please make videos. So here we are. And the Arizona Cardinals are 4-0. People are saying, are they the best team in the NFL? Could they be the best team in the NFL? They sure are close. Now, as a diehard Cardinal fan, you guys know I'm very, very critical of the team on things that they do because I'm just very open and honest. Now, last year, we'll go back to a couple years ago when what did Arizona need, right? Let's really break this down. What did Arizona need? Needed a quarterback, right? It was Josh Rosen. I was all for Murray and everything. And then last year, all you guys know how much I was going for CeeDee Lamb and all the videos I made about that. And I said that we needed another receiver because Hopkins is not going to do it all. And a lot of people said Christian Kirk is going to be the guy. And last year proved that Arizona needed another receiver because they just didn't have enough, right? Their defense was, hurt a bunch of times, but you can see the offense really depending on two guys, which was Kyler running every second and DeAndre Hopkins having to catch over 6 people. Now, come into this year, when we didn't get Lamb, and I said, Kirk is not the guy for a number 2, we needed a number 2. What did the Arizona Cardinals do? They go out and get a guy like A.J. Green, who is, if he's healthy, one of the best receivers of all time, right? Still has a lot left in the tank. So you go out and get a number 2 to help DeAndre Hopkins. What does that do? Everything that I've mentioned, if you watched all my videos from before, what does that do? That makes Christian Kirk go into his real position as a number 3, and it really helps Christian Kirk just take the pressure off of him. And now Kirk can be Kirk. So now what you have is A.J. Green, who's normally a number 1 before being a number 2, and now he's in a position where he can dominate. And now you still got DeAndre as the number 1 of the best receivers of all time. And now you got a guy in Christian Kirk who can really play. Now you add that with the guy like Rondell Moore, who is definitely a talented guy. A guy like Chase Edmonds who can catch. And then now you got a guy like Connor who looks a lot more comfortable because not everything is depending on James Conner, right? The offense goes through Kyler Murray. So everybody has to respect Kyler and the bootleg and everything you want to say. So what do you get? You get James Conner having a lot more freedom and not having to go in a Pittsburgh offense where he has to be the guy all the time, right? Connor's a good ball player, but I don't know if he was going to be the guy on Pittsburgh all the time because he got injured a lot. And, he tried to carry the team sometimes and he couldn't, So that was a tough thing for him. So what I was asking for also was a tight end. They never really got Arnold the ball as much as they should, so I liked Max Williams. You don't need to do much as a tight end, right? You catch the ball. Max Williams got some hands. Throw the ball, get a couple first downs. We don't need much, maybe 4 to 5 catches, 50 yards. Have a great game, that way you don't need to dominate. So what's the difference? Why is Arizona 4-0, right? Well, let's go to how they won each game, right? The first game, after you've seen them on the first game, and they dominated the Titans, you're like, holy shit, this team looks good. But you also knew it was the first game, right? So you don't want to get too much into that. Then here you go, you get to the second game, and really you should have lost to the Vikings. The guy missed the game-winning field goal. The Vikings, Kirk Cousins looks terrific this year. They were all over. It was just a shootout. That looked more like the Arizona of last year, which kind of just scares you and you're like, all right, here we go. This is not what we're looking for now, right? Skip over to that. Now you're getting to Jacksonville. You didn't play well at all in the beginning. Kyler Murray saved a lot of the things, but you somehow figured it out and you dominated the end of the third and fourth quarter. And then you're like, okay, they're 3-0, but which team is this? Because I seen in between no defense. I seen a weird thing. Are you guys just lucky winning? Are you not playing well? There's a lot of inconsistencies. And now you're like, okay, here we go. Now we're playing the Rams, who to me is the best team in the division if everything comes. And the only reason I say that is because of their defense, right? When you have a defense that can play the way they can play with Donald, right, and Ramsey, who does a wonderful job on Hopkins. I mean, Hopkins will get his, but you got to give the guy amazing credit because Ramsey's a phenomenal player, right? So at the end of the day, you say, well, who's better? You got Stafford now who can put the ball on you, and the Rams really improved, but Arizona improved. So who's better? As a Cardinal fan, I think we can beat the Rams? Absolutely, 100%. But going into last year and watching this, you'd think, all right, the Rams are probably the better team, but Arizona's up and coming. Arizona played their best game I've ever seen, and that was this Sunday. And I'm going to explain to you why. Everything I just mentioned before about AJ Green and everybody moving down the chart is one of the main reasons this is happening. Okay? Kyler Murray doesn't have to force the ball, doesn't have to run all the time. And all the credit goes to Kyler Murray in this situation because he didn't try to force it. He spread that ball around. He knew. He just kept throwing. And then when he needed to, he threw to Max Williams. So if you're a Rams defense, you're like, who the hell do we guard at this point? He's dumping the ball to Edmonds. He's running for first downs even when we get him. He's forcing the ball in there to AJ Green, who's got one-on-one matchups. So 99% of the times he's going to win that, right? And then you sit there. You got DeAndre Hopkins, who eventually is going to get some of Ramsey because, it's just going to be a dogfight the whole time. And now you're throwing the ball to Max Williams. And on top of that, you got Connor, who's running the tough yards. So Cliff Kingsbury and that offense did everything that they were not doing last year. And one, it's because of the players. And two, it's because they didn't try to do too much. Kyler seen the guy open, he hit the guy open. He didn't wait too long. Kyler seen everybody forced, he ran when he needed to run. They had a 3-4 yards place to get. They went to Connor on 2nd and 4. They didn't sit there and try to get cute and put themselves in a 3rd and 5 or 3rd and 6 and then throw a screenplay. They did a lot of wonderful things. But you have to stop a crazy offense. And boy, did they. Man, did they look freaking good on defense also. You've seen a lot of play. You tip your hat to Vance Joseph and the defense because they were all over the field. But again, not just the defense. When the offense does their job, it puts the pressure on the offense of the Rams because now they have to keep going. But look, when Arizona lost last year to the Rams when they had to get to the playoffs, you knew what was going to happen, right? We obviously didn't have Kyler. Kyler just was hurt completely. But when you keep not scoring, I don't care what defense you have, eventually you're going to be screwed. You go for, now you look ahead, right? You've got the 49ers coming up. I don't care if Jimmy plays or not, I actually rather him play because we don't have to worry about a running quarterback. But if Arizona stays the way they're staying right now, if they play every game the way they played against the Rams, now obviously things will, bad things happen, bad penalties, but if they could play almost every game that way with that type of mentality, then you will see one of the best teams ever to play the game because if they stay healthy, if they play like that, who in God's name wants to play that team? Because if you can dominate the Rams, right, you don't know what's going to happen, but the Buccaneers will obviously be a problem, but you definitely can play hard to Brady if you put enough pressure on him, right? So who do you see really in the NFC doing good? Breeze and them don't have it anymore in the NFC, right? So the Saints are not there. The Falcons blow, right? The Vikings have a really good team, but they just seem like they never have enough to do. Rodgers always has to struggle with his defense because if Arizona plays that Rodgers defense, you don't have nothing to worry about there, right? They'll dominate. And then you look to the Dallas Cowboys, who are definitely a team that will be a wonderful dogfight, but Arizona definitely can beat the hell out of them with their defense, even though it got a little bit better. That would be a great game. And then, obviously you got the Washington and you got the Giants and Philly, who it's always a battle of who sucks least, But that's always tough teams. But there is nobody that you can say that can dominate the Cardinals if they play like that. And that's the truth. That's why, I waited a while to do this because a lot of people get excited. We beat this, you beat the Jaguars, but now, if you ever want to get excited, now's the time as a Cardinal fan, right? I'm a Diamondback fan as well, and it's just tough. So if you're in Arizona, even though I'm in New York, it's wonderful to have the Cardinals doing this because, you Phoenix Suns fans, who I'm not, but it's nice to have. But it's a special time in Arizona because the Cardinals health obviously pending, the Cardinals have such a scary team. Last thing I'm going to say, two things, sorry. Having Matt Prater also helps, because if you guys remember last year, as much as I like Zane, he missed a lot of field goals that could have changed a lot of things in our record. But it is what it is. Prater has been money, and he's been doing that his whole life, so great signing there. But Cliff Kingsbury, the question was, can he grow as a coach? So far, yes. There's a couple things in there that I'm a little, nervous about, but it's the beginning of the season. Teams are going to adjust. Everybody's tough the first 4 games, but you will see teams getting better. Arizona has to do their job. But beating LA at LA the way they did was so impressive. And, you tip your hat to the Arizona Cardinals. And us fans are just going to thoroughly enjoy. Talk to you soon. Bye.